Welcome to the Good Place Marionville podcast, dedicated to highlighting the good right here in Marionville, Missouri.
This episode of the Good Place Marionville podcast is sponsored by the Bank of Billings. The bigger the bank, the smaller the customer. Bank of Billings has been serving small communities since 1889. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Marionville's history is full of interesting stories about the people who settled here over the years. No matter the people that have come and gone, there's been a body of authority to keep order and help maintain governance. Today, that body is called the Board of Aldermen, and on the ballot for the April 7th election, we will be voting on the new aldermen for each of our 3 wards. Aldermen serve 2-year terms in Marionville, and there are 2 aldermen in each ward. So every year, one term is ending, and the alderman can choose to run again, and others can join the race.
This year we have 5 residents vying for the 3 positions, and today we'll get to meet each one of them, learn a little bit about their time in Marionville, and why they want to serve the city through the role of alderman.
So our first person today is Kristi Zemas. Welcome to the Good Place Marionville podcast, Kristi, and you are running as alderman for Ward 2. Isn't that correct?
Yes, it is.
So tell us about yourself. Tell us about your family and, just a little bit to get people to know who you are.
Well, I'm married to Drew. It will be 24 years this year. Drew and I have lived in Missouri once before. We lived up in Miller for 7 years. Mm-hmm. We fell in love with the city of Marionville when we were there because we have friends that we had worked with both at the Aurora store of Walmart and the Monette store in Walmart. So technically, we have known people in this city for 20 years. This month, we met Charles because he was my door greeter at the Aurora Walmart. So known him and Shirley for a very long time.
That's the Piters, right?
Yes, it is.
That's awesome.
We love them. And then the other one would be LaDonna Burnley, and we all know the family and the gang, the kids that come with it. And she was my immediate supervisor at the Monette Walmart, and we used to come to visit her and fell in love with the White Squirrels. And when we had the opportunity after we had returned back to California for a few years to come back this direction, this is the first place we decided to look and settle. And we were blessed to find a home that had originally been part of the original grocery store here on the square. It was built in 1903, and then one of the members of the Smart family, Glenn Smart and Inez, had owned it before us, and we were blessed to find it and be able to move in.
Awesome.
And everybody knows the house that you live in. If they do, it's right at Missouri and Lawrence, right? Missouri and Odell. It's the house with multiple colors on it, just beautifully painted. So are you employed, retired, stay at home? What do you, I know you walk a lot. We always see you walking around town.
I am disabled. My last position had been custodian up at the Miller R2 school district. And during my employment that time there, we found out I had lupus, and the lupus slowly took me down and took me out for a number of years, and off and on it has taken me out since. And I walk a lot. I walk anywhere from 2 to 6 miles a day because last year they decided I was diabetic on top of all of this. And in order to keep myself going, and because I enjoy the town, enjoy seeing the people, now that I've met all the people at the manor the other night, I get an opportunity to have a hug every morning by all the people that are outside, and I'm really feeling blessed because of it.
That's awesome. All right. So you already answered my question, though, about how Marionville became your hometown, really falling in love with it and meeting people here, which I think is a common thread for a lot of people that have chosen to move here over the years. So are there any other interests and things that you want to highlight?
We love the library. We have gotten involved in, I did the chair yoga for a while with the ladies there. Mm-hmm. And then recently we've picked up the painting classes, and we have been enjoying the painting
They
there.
do painting classes at the library?
Painting classes every 6 weeks. I did a really cute one back in November that was a coffee cup. And then the one in December was a Frosty the Snowman with his ornaments hanging off of his arms. We missed the one because of the snowstorm that would have been the Snowy Owl. Then that would have been fun.
Lori didn't want to come into work that day, or what?
I don't think anybody did.
I didn't feel like walking that far in the snow. And then
we'll have to put a link out there for the library, because I think a lot of times we get so busy we forget to check the activities that are going on there, but there's a lot happening at the library. Okay, so tell us why you decided to run for the position of alderman in Ward 2.
Well, at one point, a couple of years ago, I had joined the park board. And unfortunately, like I said, my health takes me up and down sometimes. And it took me down after a while. And I had enjoyed my time on it, and I enjoyed learning what the community was about and what it needed. And in the last couple of years, I've been praying about it a lot. And I was led, I think, that I need to help support the people in my area. My husband and I both will be 60 this year, so older, not quite retired, but disabled. And so we know that the community needs the support, the love, financial responsibility, businesses to be encouraged. And I thought, well, I've done accounting in the background. I've worked for the military, and I worked for NASA at one point as a computer operator. I have a varied background with my education and
Did you
and
help
my
them
job.
land the spaceship on the moon?
No, I helped them charge the $17 hammers that they used to charge
Okay.
back in the 90s.
So what do you want the people in Ward 2 to, in the community as a whole, to know about you and why they should vote for you?
Honestly, I think that I have a heart for the people, and I want to see the people in the neighborhoods that I walk get to know each other better, get out there and understand what the community needs, be able to have a even, smooth rapport with each other for the like the Apple Fest and stuff. We need more community. I want to be a liaison to whatever they want to reach out to. I love the manor. I've really been enjoying getting to know the people there. And I feel like they need a representative that can say, hey, okay, some of the questions were really good the other day. Yes, we need road help, but yes, again, we also need businesses because we don't necessarily want to raise the taxes, but we need the people to know that the businesses are here. And I've noticed in my time here, I didn't know there was this many businesses here who we could support. I mean, I knew Alice Irene's was here. We love them. We eat there. We have been to their church. I knew that was there. Didn't know about the pickleball until recently, and drove over and took a look at it. I just think that so many people are within their own walls that they don't see what's happening in the town. And I'd like to be the person that can help spread the word on what's happening in town.
And we look forward to working with you right here on the Good Place Maryville podcast to help you do that. Kristi, Zemas, thank you so much for being on the Good Place Maryville podcast today. We look forward to, you will be serving as a Ward 2 alderman because you are running uncontested. We look forward to having you serve our community. Thanks for being with us today, Kristi.
Thank you very much for having me here.
Well, welcome back. Now we're here with Mark Johnson. Mark Johnson, welcome to the Good Place Maryville podcast. You're running for alderman in Ward 3, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So why don't you tell us about yourself? Family, that kind of thing.
Family, we've been here since about 1998. We used to live over behind the pharmacy on Dunkel Drive. We was there until about 9 or 10 years we lived there and rented a house over there. And then from there we moved over off Fisk and built a home over there and decided to retire down here.
So who is the we that you're talking about?
My wife, Eva.
You and Eva. And tell us about your family. Have you always been from this area?
No, we moved from a place called Maryville up north of St. Joe.
Oh, that had to be confusing, going from Maryville to Marionville.
Yeah, it was quite a change. Of course, Maryville was a college town up there, and so there's a lot of people up there versus down here. It's a pretty quiet little town.
Yes.
Do you got kids in town, family in town?
I've got 2 girls. One lives still in Springfield, and the other one is here in town. And I've got 2 other children that are grown children that are up in Blue Springs and North Kansas City.
Awesome. Now, you said retired. What did you retire from?
I was a commercial welder for a door manufacturer here in Springfield. We did a lot of commercial jobs for Mercy and Cots, and I did the job for what used to be called what was it called?
That's okay.
Can't
But
remember now.
you did a lot of welding and construction type
Right.
jobs.
Yes.
Okay. All righty. So tell us about your interests.
Yeah, you got. I mean, right now, so you're not a commercial welder anymore, but I bet you still do welding because that's kind of an addiction.
Yeah, it is kind of an addiction. I'm basically just working around there, different little odd jobs. Me and my youngest son, and we got one. We're redoing a house down in Aurora down there that's over 100 years old, and
Wow.
is one of them things that probably should have been more tore down than tried to rebuild.
Yeah, we got to rebuild that stuff. That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. Yeah.
That's right.
So tell us why you decided to run for the position of alderman for your ward.
I just believe that it's time for a change here in town. I mean, I think the little town can grow, and it needs to grow, but it needs to have the right structure to grow with. And I hopefully that if God allows me to do it, that I'll serve what I need to serve up there, and hopefully we'll just guide everything together.
So what would you like to say specifically to Ward 3 in Marionville, the ward that you're going to represent? What would you like to say to them about why they should vote for you?
I really don't know. I mean, I think what I would like to see in my ward is, if I do get elected, I would like to bring us together, have a time that we can come to the house over there and barbecue some hot dogs, hamburgers, whatever, and get to know everybody. But I feel like that's the main goal of running for there is to bring the community back together again instead of not knowing each other.
And there's a lot of opportunities. You also, you're being a builder. You had said something to me in the past about that was another reason why you wanted to make sure that you ran for alderman.
Yes. That was well, see, I forgot what I was getting ready to say.
You've had experience, and you bring that to the table, I think is really the bottom line there.
I try to anyway.
That's awesome.
Very good. Well, Mark, we look forward to the election, which will be on April the 7th. In Ward 3, you'll get to vote for Mark Johnson in that ward. So just stay tuned. We'll be covering the elections on the Good Place Marionville podcast a lot. But thank you, Mark, for being willing to come on the show. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we're done?
Other than just hopefully that we can all come back together and all get together, and hopefully we can start seeing more people come to the meetings and participate in it, and hopefully that it'll all turn out great for the town and everybody that lives in it.
Well, Mark Johnson, we wish you best for April 7th, and thanks for being here with us today.
Just to have.
Hey, welcome back.
So we have with us now Ron Heald, and welcome, Ron, to the Good Place Marionville podcast. You are running for alderman in Ward 3. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So tell everybody about yourself. You're married. Tell us, just the family stuff.
Well, I come from a family of 7, and it was quite a. My dad worked hard to help us through everything we did.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. And now you're married too.
Yeah, I'm married to Dion Heald for be 8 years in April.
Right now, between the two of you, how many kids you guys have?
Well, she has 2 and I have 1.
And you got how many grandkids now?
6. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
And right now, some of them are
with us.
With you.
Right here in Marionville.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Now, some people might notice from Ron's accent, he's not from Southwest Missouri. Ron, where are you originally from?
From Maine. Yeah.
Wow. That's why even on the chilly days, Ron still wears shorts as he is today because he is hardy stock. This is not winter to you, is it, Ron?
No.
You can just ask Aaron Head at the Bank of Billings. We're having a mild winter, aren't we, Aaron? That's right.
That's
okay.
right.
All right. So are you employed, retired? What are you doing?
I am retired at this moment. But
and what did you retire from?
I retired from a greenhouse, tomatoes, growing tomatoes.
That's awesome.
And it wasn't just a greenhouse. It was a how many acre greenhouse?
22 acres.
22 acres
Glass
in a greenhouse.
This is no small undertaking.
So does that mean you could get a suntan all year long through the greenhouse?
Yes.
Wow. Unbelievable.
That's awesome. Okay. So tell us about your coming to Marionville. How did Marionville become your hometown?
Well, that could be a long story.
You do the short version. Yeah. You want the long version? Come have coffee with Ron.
We feel that God led us here, and we made Marionville our home. And we've met some great people, and we both lost our spouses and from cancer, and we befriending some widows here in Marionville that we love dearly, and God's leading us in that area. and helping us to help those people.
And you're right at Faulkner and what's the other crossroad?
Ohio.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So interest, hobbies. I mean, I know you're doing a lot of stuff, but what are some of your interests and hobbies?
Well, right now it's golf, but played this morning, matter of fact.
Did you? Good for you.
You know what Mark Twain said about golf?
Yes.
Mark Twain said about golf?
It's a good walk spoiled.
Golf is a good walk spoiled. All right.
Oh,
Baseball is my favorite hobby, though.
there you go.
Let's throw the ball around. I love throwing a baseball.
We have great parks for that.
How's your shoulder? Can you still throw a ball?
I don't know. Haven't thrown them for a while.
All right. So that hat
Coach.
you've got on, though,
It's okay, honey.
the Red Sox?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. All right. I know you're from New England.
You love to
It's okay.
razz everybody. Okay, so what we're really here for, Ron, is for you to tell everybody why you decided to run for the position of alderman in your ward. What is it that prompted you to want to do that?
Well, I've been going to the Aldermen meetings, and there are some areas that are a little skeptical at times, and there needs to be more of a team concept and doing things what's best for Marionville. We need to take a look at the budget and see the areas that we flawed in, and work together to resolve those and get us into the red
or the black. Get us out of the red into the black. That's right.
There you go.
We need to be in the black, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So,
Awesome.
so talk specifically to the Ward 3 people that are listening to today's show. Why should they vote for Ron Heald on April the 7th?
That's a good question.
Well, that's why we're here, to ask good questions.
I don't know. I believe in team concept, working together to resolve issues, and God's going to help us through this, and we're going to make Marionville a better place to live. I've met some great people here, and God wants to work with us to make it a better area.
And you've been going to the Alderman meetings. Why did you and Dion start going? Because that's what really prompted all this. I mean, most people in town don't go to the Alderman meetings. Why did you guys decide to go?
Well, it's the right thing to do, to be involved in the town to find out what's going on. A lot of people might complain, but not do anything about it. So we need to make flyers to send out to people to try to get them involved.
The Alderman meetings are the second Thursday of every month at 6:30 p.m. at the Fire Hall, in the meeting room at the Fire Hall.
Except this next month, it's going to be the 19th of March due to some conflicts with the city employees. So,
but it's always there. There's always seats available, and there's even a chance for you to make a citizen comment during every meeting. Ron, anything last thing you want to say to why people should be voting for Ron Heald on April the 7th?
Well, I just love Marionville, and it's a wonderful place to live. My wife and I want to be involved in the community to make things happen here. And there's some people here that just need to stand up and take a stand and find out why Marionville's headed in the wrong direction.
Ron Heald, thank you so much for being on the Good Place Marionville podcast. Good luck, and wishing you the best on April the 7th.
Thank you.
Hey, welcome back. We've got Trent Baker with us today. Trent, welcome to the Good Place Marionville podcast.
Thank you. Thanks
Trent,
for having me.
Yep, we're glad to have you. We really are glad to have you here. Trent's running for alderman in Ward 1. Trent, why don't you just start off telling us a little about your family?
So I'm married to my high school girlfriend. Actually, we've been married since 2017. We currently have 3 kids.
Does your wife have a name?
Logan Baker. Yes, Logan. And we have 3 kids, ages 9, 7, and 3. So it's a kind of a madhouse sometimes, but it's part of it.
Are they all in the Marionville schools?
Yes. Yes, sir.
That's awesome. Okay, so tell us about what you do for work.
So right now I'm kind of hard to explain. The general job title is fuel injection calibration specialist. A lot of people know it as tuning vehicles. Anything that can be, adjusted on any sort of car, automobile to make it run better fuel mileage, mainly in the GM aspect, General Motors, bow ties, stuff like that.
Faster, more efficient.
More efficient.
Okay.
a little bit better emissions wise, not so, smoggy and all that stuff. So I just stay busy doing stuff like that.
So you're saying you couldn't help my little Scion go faster?
I mean, I have done some Scions, but they've had GM power plants in them at the point. But no, just basically work behind a laptop and trying to get the cars to run better.
You do all that from a laptop.
This is your own business, right?
Yep.
Okay, so what's it called?
Baker Tuning is
Baker
what it's called. So the old school stuff, the old school guys had carburetors and screwdrivers and stuff like that. We do it all now with a laptop and a cable, and basically it takes care of all of it, and it's a lot less, getting dirt on your hands and gas on your hands and all that jazz. So
can you do that remotely, or do you gotta connect up?
Yes, so I can do it. So I've tuned some stuff for guys in Florida, down in Texas, stuff like that. It's getting your name out is kind of the harder thing to do, but I do a lot of local stuff, and then I do a lot of stuff for guys that are in different states and traveling around and want to use me. And so anything and everything that can be controlled with the laptop or the computers, I will be dealing with.
That's amazing.
Everybody's
Okay, now
listening going,
Jim
"Really?"
can spend a whole show talking about this trend, but we are here to talk about
I'm sorry.
how Marionville became your hometown.
So Marionville became my hometown just because I've grown up here. I've lived in the same actual house since I was about 5.
Really?
Yep. So
I'm married. You kicked mom out, or
right? No. So the Raps, I'm going to plug them. They actually built the house back in the day, and then my mom took it over. And then when she moved to Nixa, I slid into that spot. So we went from renter to rent the owner side. Currently living there now, but yeah, since about 99, I guess, 98, 99,
awesome.
I've been here. So same spot even.
So you grew up in the school, your
Yep.
kids are in the school.
Yep.
I mean, that says a lot right there.
Yep.
So outside of tuning cars, what other hobbies and being a dad?
Yeah, just kind of
anything else?
our whole schedule is kids sports at this point. We're either running to basketball games or practices or birthday parties on the weekends, or getting into baseball season now. So mainly just whatever the kids want to do, just making sure they can enjoy their little bit of childhood before they grow up and have to be adults like all of us. So that's kind of all it is.
If at all possible, you get them there on your golf cart, which is
absolutely
the best
I
golf cart in Marionville, I'm guessing.
I drove it here today, and just because I was not going to.
that golf cart go?
We don't want to talk about that. No.
on this show.
25 miles an hour on 25-mile-an-hour roads is how fast.
There you go.
Nice.
That sounds wonderful. Okay, so tell us why you decided to run for the alderman of your ward.
So my neighbor actually was one of the aldermen for Ward 1, Angie Brenner, and she was kind of mentioning that she was vacating the spot, and kind of just put the bird in my ear that she was going to be doing that. And so I kind of looked into it a little bit, and then just went and put my name down because I saw all the things that they could help out with, in the community, and be more of a voice, be a microphone for the local community. And I mean, I've lived here for this long, and I figured it might be a good idea to learn how the local government works, especially with the businesses and the school districts and everything else that can be happening. So I just figured, what's the worst that can happen? I feel like I could help out and be a good core person for everybody to go to in my ward, as well as learn some things. So there's really no drawback. If I lose, I lose. Abigail gets it, and then I think she'll make good decisions as well. So just kind of learning the layout and how everything works, and a better understanding of it is kind of the goal.
It's great. Just having young people involved.
Right.
Is there anything specific you'd like to say to the people in Ward 1? And believe me, we're listening because we live in Ward 1. We work in Ward 1.
Right. I've been reached on a bunch of things on like my policies and things I want to change, and a lot of things is I feel like I shouldn't come in with a big brochure on things I want to change and do. I just want to be, hey guys, this is going to be affecting our ward. What do you think? And try to gather as many opinions and perspectives in my ward as I can. Because if I were to just make a decision based off of the 750 that live in that's probably not the best way to go about it. I don't think an alderman position is really something you lead. You almost listen and react off of that. So that's kind of the way I want to play it, almost, more of like a microphone and, hey, the people in my ward are suggesting this. I think we need to go forward with this as a solution versus this ward versus that ward. And, we do house a lot of businesses in this ward as well. So trying to move forward with that as well, and trying to just help the town grow without being too, crowded, I guess, if that's a way to word it,
Good word.
Anything else you want to say to the Good Place Marionville podcast listening?
I would appreciate your vote on April 7th, and I hope you guys all get out and are registered to vote as well. Look into making sure you're registered, not just your driver's license, making sure you're good in your ward and for your town, so that way you can have an opinion on the things that interest you and will affect you down the road.
And Martha's going to make sure that link is in the show notes to make sure that you can check to make sure. Because we've been talking to a lot of people. People are like, oh, yeah, I want to vote. And we're like, but are you registered to vote?
Right.
I need to make sure.
It'd be nice if I could, but I can't.
That's right. Trent Baker, thanks for being with us here on the Good Place Marionville podcast. And wishing you the best there on April 7th.
Thank you, guys.
All right. See you. Yeah, welcome back. Now we have Abi Carlton.
Hi.
Hey, Abby, welcome to the Good Place Marionville podcast. You are running for alderman in Ward 1. And so we want to take this opportunity to let people get to know you a little bit and where you're at in life today. Tell us about your family.
I'm single lady. I'm not married or anything. I live with my parents still.
And available? Is that what you're saying? No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not looking.
Okay, there you go. Clarify that.
Mooching off mom and dad. That's great.
For as long as I can. My brother just moved out. I got 2 dogs. I'm kind of sad about my brother moving out. I don't get to see him as much, but I know he's gonna do
Going to a better place?
Yeah.
Where he has to do all the chores. So
Yeah.
And where do you work?
I work at the Bank of Billings.
Awesome. That is so great. I saw you today when I went through the teller line in my car.
Yeah.
Great to see your
Did you get a
familiar
lollipop?
face. I did not, or a sticker or anything, but I didn't ask for one. That's all right. We're okay. All right. So tell us about your history with Marionville. How long have you been here?
Born and raised. I went to school here all my life, and I love the schools. I've loved all my teachers, and I think Marionville's a really good community to be in. And
awesome. Now I know your parents recently built a new home, but were you always in town?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that part of you.
While we were building the house, we were out of town for a couple of years, but before that, we were always in town.
Gotcha.
And I was thinking you single-handedly sucked us into future business leaders of America, didn't you? I mean, yeah. Okay. Right. Which we love now. You're graduated and gone, but we have had so much fun with the FBLA students this year, helping them get ready for the competition. We haven't. Is that in the news today? How they did in the competition?
No, I haven't gotten an update because we were out of town, so we'll have to get that up.
I saw an update on Facebook, but I can't. I know they had some medals, but I can't exactly remember.
We'll have to get that from.
Right. Yeah. We'll have lots of news next week. We're really focusing on the aldermen today, but we'll get there.
So why did you decide to run for the position of alderman in Ward 1? We're listening because we live in Ward 1.
I really didn't know what it was until Jim introduced it to me, and he kept talking about it, and I thought I would do such a good job, and I was like, I think I could do a good job too. And the more I learned about it, I was like, but I really do genuinely care for Marionville, and I don't feel like we have that now, and I don't feel like we have a foundation to build off of. So I'd like to create a good foundation to build off of, not for the generations now, but for future generations as well. So that's part of the reason I decided I wanted to run for alderman.
And it was Abi Carlton who came up with the great hat, Make Marionville Great Again.
She's styling it today.
We have Make Marionville Great Again hats for sale at the gathering.
Yes, we do.
That's right.
And as long as we're talking about things for sale at the gathering, we also have the White Squirrel Calendar that the Lions Club puts out, and that's available over there. And it is not too late to get your calendar for 2026 hanging up on your wall. And there are great original pictures by Randy Smart.
All new pictures
all
for this
new
year.
For 2026. So,
and all that money goes to the Lions Club.
Also available at the Bank of Billings.
They are. Way to plug, employee.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm a new member of the Lions Club.
You are.
So I got to promote for both.
You're just promoting, which is wonderful.
Okay.
We love that.
Is there anything specific you would like to say to the people of Ward 1?
I'm really looking forward to get to know everyone. I've been trying to work on things to promote myself and campaign. It's been a little bit busy here lately, but I'm getting to it, and I really want to introduce myself to more people and meet more people, which I meet people every single day. I have people coming through the drive-thru all the time. Oh, you're running for alderman. Is that you? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, we're so excited for you. So I'm excited to just get to know more people, which I already feel like I know a lot of people, but there's always new people that I don't know.
Sure.
So I'm excited about that, and I'm just excited for a new opportunity.
Well, that's awesome. And I think, it's interesting because now as an adult, you have a different perspective.
She just threw that A word at you.
I know. This is
It's not very
adulting
fun.
at its height right here. So
Yeah.
we're grateful for young people jumping in and wanting to help with the leadership. So thank you so much for coming on the show today and being willing to serve the community in whatever happens on April 7th. But we do really want to encourage people to get out and vote. So,
and remember, that link is in the show notes. You can verify whether you're registered or not, and then if not, get registered. All right. So what a great show it's been, Martha. Just getting to know all of the people running for alderman right here in Marionville.
Yeah, so listeners, if you want to meet all of these candidates in person, please join us at the Marionville Assembly of God Church on March 26th from 7 to 8 p.m.
And remember to make your voice heard by participating in the election on April 7th.
And like Jim said, use the link in the show notes to verify that whether you are already registered, or use the same link to get registered to vote. And you must be registered by March 11th. So don't delay. Just take a few minutes now while you see the link right there on the YouTube show notes and get yourself registered.
Don't delay. Register today.
That sounded good.
That's right. Thank you to each of the aldermen that are running for the April 7th election for coming in today. One at a time, we've been spreading them all afternoon. We encourage everyone to get to the polls on April 7th and vote your values. Thanks also to the Bank of Billings for sponsoring today's podcast. Consider becoming a sponsor. You can contact us at goodplacemarionville@hotmail.com.
You can report the good news by using the email goodplacemarionville@hotmail.com. And if you enjoy this podcast, please remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified when each episode releases.
Thanks for joining us on the Good Place Marionville podcast. Make sure you stop by the gathering to get a Make Marionville Great Again hat. And keep your eyes looking out for the good in our town. And let us know about it. And together, we can celebrate Marionville.